Yo, what up? It's your boy Ace, and I'm back with another episode. What we at right now? 36 or something like that. If you guys seen the last one, then you know where we're at and what we're doing. Essentially, we were pretty much talking about me being in Florida, 2009, living with Addison and Gene, and we're going to talk about what that was like. Okay, Addison was a semi-drunk, meaning that he was too broke to actually have alcohol all the time. So it would only be occasionally. But when he did get drunk, he'd be getting drunk off them 99-cent 40s, which is mad fucked up because people were getting wasted off those. I used to have to deal... Addison's one of those people that likes to walk around mad ass naked too. Well, not ass naked, but pretty much nothing but like some short shorts on and nothing else. No shoes, no nothing, and literally walk blocks like that. Whoa, beats right here. And Gene was a flamboyant gay person who wouldn't act gay around certain people if he just met them. Man, I'm going to tell you guys so many... You guys are probably going to enjoy this because it's going to be pretty funny because I'm telling you I'm going to get pissed off about this. I used to have to deal with walking in after going to school, coming home, walking inside, looking in the bathroom, and seeing shit on the floor and on the toilet, and not knowing what the fuck it came from. Come to find out, it leaked out of Addison's ass because he's one of those people that when he gets drunk, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and he'll easily miss the toilet. Now, they say this didn't just happen once. This didn't happen twice. This didn't happen 3 times. This didn't happen 4 times. Matter of fact, this happened about as many times as you can see a stripe on my fucking sweater. I'm not kidding. This happened so much. It was so fucking nasty. Yo, the bathtub itself was almost like had a black film on it just from the simple fact that fucking Addison and it would like walk around everywhere barefooted and then go into the shower and then somehow whatever tar or whatever the fuck he stepped in on the street would just somehow end up on the fucking tub. Now, no matter how much I clean this place, and I cleaned a lot, no matter how much I sweep, no matter how much I clean, no matter what I fucking did, I couldn't stop the filth. Niggas would come home and boil eggs, take hot sauce packets, mustard packets, mayonnaise, fucking salt, soy sauce, dump it all in a bowl, put the egg in the bowl, cook a fucking chicken ramen, dump that in the fucking bowl, mix that shit up, add ketchup, add more hot sauce, add this, and this, and eat that shit every fucking day. Like, I don't think y'all understand what this is like. Mind you, this is happening like right in front of me. I'm just like, oh. I remember coming home one day, a couple days actually, and I'd walk in, and I think somebody would be playing some kind of fucking like gorilla movie, like, you know, like Planet of the Apes or something, because I'd be in the living room where I live essentially, and I hear, and I'm like, yo, like, what is that? And that's what I hear, and I hear it like from the back room. I think it sounds like a movie. That sounds like somebody's fucking watching apes whoop some ass or something. And I didn't know what the hell that was, but I'm looking at the time and I'm like, yo, it's mad late, and I'm looking at like looking down the hallway and I don't see no light on. So I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I walk a little closer and I realize what it actually was. It was dudes fucking. Now, I can't explain that. I'm not used to dealing with that kind of shit. So me walking in a house and hearing some dude getting pounded out by some other dude is extremely fucking uncomfortable situation. And then to see the nigga fucking leave, like, with a fucking smirk on his face, is even worse. And then have to live with somebody that's actually fucking other dudes or getting fucked by other dudes, I don't know if he was giving or taking, was really messed up as well. It was a fucked up situation. And that's just like a couple of the things. It was way worse than that. There was other things going on. Gene was fucking, he's like, yo, like, I got this friend, you know, we can get mad money. He does this, and this. So all we gotta do is do this, and this, get in a car, do this, and this, have this person do this, and this, get wrecked, get out the car, this, and this, call the cops, this, and this, go to this place for this amount of time, and then we'll get a check, blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm not sure if some of y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to make it any more detailed than that. But essentially, let's just say there was some fraudulence going on. Some fraudulence going on that if you got involved in it, you get something, you get a car, something would, you get to drive around for a couple of days. You would agree to do something with the car. Your car would get totaled. You'd get totaled. And then you'd go to a chiropractor, do a bunch of other stuff, and then next thing you know, boom, you have a check sometime along the line. This is what he was talking about, doing shady shit like this. He knew people that were doing things like this, getting involved in that stuff. I'm not going to say anything else about that, but essentially this is the type of shit I was dealing with. I eventually made it so that I made the living room like my room there. And around the time I did that, that's when Ziz came to me and said, "Yo, let's go get an apartment somewhere near your school." So I'm like, "Cool, let's go do that." I'm not really dealing with any females at the time. Kind of just doing school and stuff like that. And eventually, what happens is, me, Ziz, and his girlfriend at the time, we all decide to go get a fucking apartment. Now, we go ahead and get this place. You know, it was nice. It was a nice place. It was a three bedroom, and I was like, "Oh, cool! This is gonna be nice." It was right down the street from my school. Now, mind you, it's starting to come into the winter months of that year, and I move in there first. This part in my life I was kind of like really like kind of lonely and really like fucking alone. I was alone. This is the beginning of my isolation, essentially. I fucking went there and I moved into that place. I'm away from Eugene and Addison finally, and I'm in my own place, but I don't have much at all. Like when I first moved in there, I didn't have anything. I was kind of like, most of my money I was spending to like survive through school and stuff like that. So when I first moved in there, I didn't have no furniture. I didn't have any, like, the stove. I couldn't use the stove. The stove didn't work because I didn't have the gas turned on. All I had was a refrigerator, a bed, and a couple other little random things, like an airbed and a couple other random things. I had nothing. When I tell you guys I had nothing. So essentially, I was in there during almost the whole winter with no heat and all this other crazy stuff. Essentially, I just stayed focused. It was very difficult to deal with all that because, like I said, I had nothing. But at the same time, I'm very used to dealing with very little amount and just staying focused on what the goal is. So when I did that, I was just kind of living there. Like, I remember my diet consists of practically like potato chips, sandwiches, and cereal, essentially for like almost a month and a half. Now, during the entire time I'm there by myself, I'm waiting for Ziz to actually move in. He didn't move in anywhere near the beginning. He came and visited a few times, but he didn't move in. So I'm still there alone for like a couple months. During that couple months, I remember I never had internet in the house, so I would always have to go walk all the way down the street to go to school. This was one of the coldest winters in Florida, and I remember walking all the way down the fucking street, like all the way down the street to go into the school, to sit down in the school and use the Wi-Fi there because I went to school there, I could use the Wi-Fi. And I remember doing that. Now, mad time went by, and this is around the time where I started making certain beats like the Vindicated song, which is my violin song. I made the Big O song that a lot of people know about. Mad of my songs that I was making were around that time. I made mad songs in '09. Like I was just on a tear. Like I was so happy to be like free of everything I was going through. I just wanted to express it through music. You know, when I have really good times and I really feel like my heart really feels good, it's really easy for me to make a lot of songs that have a lot of emotion to them. So I was doing a lot of music at that point because I really didn't have other time to do anything. If I wasn't doing school, I didn't have a video game, I didn't have anything. I was just kind of just doing that, and I was alone. So I was just, it was an interesting point in my life where it was hard, but at the same time it was good for me. You know, I mean, I was struggling, son. Like, when I tell you I was struggling. I was just sitting there like fucking. I think I started some Battle of Beats, the first Battle of Beats around that time too. But I was struggling at that point. I was just kind of like dying on the inside. I'm like, yo, I'm alone. I'm always fucking freezing because it was freezing. I was like, my fucking diet sucks. I don't know anybody. I go to school with mad people, but I'm cool with them in school, but I don't really deal with them outside of school. And there's no females around. I'm not dealing with anything. I'm just isolated. I go to the school one day, and this is where shit starts getting real. I go to the school one day, and I'm talking to, I think I was talking to Cody Kicks. I'm not sure if some of y'all know him. He's pretty much Ziz's cousin. And I'm talking to him, and I'm just kind of sitting there, and I'm telling him, like, yo, I'm making this beat. This is when I was working on the Big O song. And I'm sitting there, and my aim is on, and I'm just chilling, and I get a message out of nowhere from Mia. And I would tell you what the message said. The message said, hey, I just wanted to let you know that I did what I always said I wanted to do. I went to this and this and that country, and I did some missionary work, and I did this, this, and this, and I always wanted to actually do that. I looked at that message, and I was just like, whoa. I'm like, what? Now, mind y'all, the last time I dealt with her was probably 2006 or so, something like that. At this point, it's like almost like it's like 2010 or something like that. This is like mad forward. This is mad years in the future. I haven't talked to Mia. I haven't dealt with Mia. I went through everything else that I went through, and I get to this point and I see that message. Mind you, when I seen it, like my fucking heart like just dropped.